Okay, let me get in Vibhuti Jha on this. Vibhuti Jha, how do you ban identities? How do you stop somebody from identifying as something? How do you suppress people from feeling the way they do?
Thank you very much for having me, Shreya, and I wanted to congratulate you in person today on the show for being nominated and won the award for the best English medium broadcaster and news telecaster for Times
Thank
Mirror.
You, Mr.
So
Jha.
congratulations for that. Thank you for having me. I want to make it very clear, I'm not speaking on behalf of Mr. Trump nor the Republican Party, but I'm definitely going to express my thoughts as a Republican, as an individual as well. Look, long back when I was a student of psychology, I read a book, Abnormal Psychology by C.F. Strong. The first line of the book was that we all have certain abnormalities in us. That doesn't make us abnormal. Now let's approach the issue from different perspective now as a social entity. I think the Democratic Party, in my opinion, has done grave injustice to the LGBTQ community by aggravating the situation which existed normally earlier on. What I mean by that is the Democratic Party has been always very divisive in their rhetoric. They pick on communities which are, lying dormant or have been in the society forever and make them as a political tool to play with. This is a reaction what Trump is doing here. The issue is not about LGBTQ. Look, people are born with certain kind of abnormalities all the time. People are deaf, not clear in their eyes. They are not able to speak well. They have Down syndrome. They have mental challenges. People are born transgender. I think it is part of a life the way it exists. So the question here is, why do we make issues which were not there earlier on? So allowing the transgender, let's focus on the transgender part. LGBT is not an issue here. Transgenderism, as practiced by Democratic Party, was taking away parental rights over the children on gender mutations, allowing people to change their gender who are not even qualified as an age restriction to smoke or drink or vote, but you are forcing the children to change their gender, and the country pays for the gender change. So it is not a fancy stuff that you go to the school and college and say, I want to change my gender because I feel like that. That is the problem. And the issue also is that allowing the transgender people who change their gender to participate in women's sports. As a sportsman, I'm horrified to see that. Allowing children, transgender people to enter women's locker room or the bathroom. My 60-year-old friend, she is a professor in New York, and she was horrified after her late night class that there was a man standing in her restroom and saying that I'm here because I feel like it. Now, this excess that is happening is very unfair to
so there are a lot of concerns, Mr. Jha.
Yes.
Yes, there are lots of concerns, and that was perhaps one of the reasons why this became a talking point in the American presidential elections this year.